Hi, so here we are looking at Bubbly Spirits, which is my entry to the contest, and it caused a lot of confusion apparently, which I can actually understand. So I'm going to explain what's happening and play through the level, and if I get a chance I might try and improve it a bit to make it a little more comprehensible. As you can see, I basically made a pun of the whole contest prompt. So we have a spirit level up here, and that's repeated in all the rooms. So basically what I was trying to do was, that's it. I made a picture of a level and I wanted it to do something. And so I basically got a little widget in here that basically will make the gel baby go up onto the platform only if you're approximately the same brain distance from him. So as you can see, when you start, if you're over this side, he'll go down here. If we go down the other side, he'll be going down the other side. And there's some point in the middle where we'll be about the same distance and he'll stay up there, just going back and forth. So the secondary constraint is the gentry I head, which has to be a specific point. It's unbrained, of course. So the point of all these rooms is basically to arrange the room so that you can stand in the right column for the gentry so that you're the same distance from the gel baby. Are we right? No, we're too far to the left. No, too far to the right. No, we're right. So when he's up there, the gentry is here, the briar will go and kill the brain, push this button which will open up this door and maybe do some other things. And now the gel baby's in water and you can kill it. It's turning it into a baby. Yeah, so if you don't understand what you need to do, then I can understand how this is just complete nonsense. Alright, so let's go solve the rooms. So basically they're all just fiddling with the brain pathing to make the right entrance longer. So currently we're over here, so we need to make the distance from this, the brain distance from here to be through longer than, or no, sorry, the same as from here. On this one we have a bunch of columns, so we can just do this. I think you need all of them. I don't actually like this because I think this is just a bit boring personally. But I did sort of leave it to the last minute to actually do anything with the contest, and I spent a lot of that just sort of fiddling with how this thing looked and worked. So I didn't really have much time to come up with good puzzles. So this is right. So I think I might change this so that I think what I'd like to do is you need to keep one rock golem alive and then have some sort of widget that requires you to keep him alive. And then basically, actually no, that's too easy as well, because you could just stand here and hold him off. I was thinking you need to sort of run down the column with him chasing you. I don't know. I mean, simple puzzles aren't that bad. They're not too simple. I feel like that's too simple though. Also I think from other people's comments, most of these rooms can be broken, which I'm assuming you can do by blocking off the two exits, and then the gel paper will just get stuck on the arrow. So if you're on the right side, so actually I'm going to try and do that as well. Yes. So we block. Maybe that doesn't work. Let's have a. Don't need too many. Maybe this is one. I think I do need 4, maybe. Maybe I don't even need 3. Yeah, this will work. Do it right. Okay. That's better. Okay. I think I can do this. I do want some separation between you two. So, I need to get you in the other order. Which I can do. Maybe. Maybe. Yes. There we go. Now, what's going to happen? So this is good. Just need to time this right. I want to be facing like this. There we go, that's broken. Yay, okay. So I mean, the simple fix to that would be to just rotate these arrows. I didn't actually complete that. Actually, let's just go from the good one, the intended solution. Yeah, I think it's going to add something else to this, because I mean, currently it's just trapdoors. It's not very interesting. What's on this side? Oh, thought I put arrows on there. Huh. Okay. Okay, so and this is not too tricky to do. I mean, basically you have to be over here. You need both of them to go to the center and then under here. So if you just do a big C shape, it's not that bad. Yeah. No, that's not quite right. We need to make minor adjustments, which I think is just a matter of doing that. Yeah, there we go. Oops. So I might make this room a little bit more interesting. Somehow. I'm not sure how. Maybe add some constructs in the middle that sort of are released when you when this opens. And you have to deal with them on trapdoors, which is a little bit interesting. To deal with them and get down to here to kill the baby. Anyway, I think that room can't be broken because there are only trapdoors. Okay, I'm going to do this room last because there's a secret. Yeah, okay, I added arrows on this side, not the other side. It's pretty terrible. Okay, so I mean, yeah, it's the same concept here. Changing the room by Bry this time. We've got a few sort of poisoned platforms here that we just need to avoid the Bry getting off. Yeah, so we and you need to, of course, push the keg next to the seating beacon in order to complete the room properly. So let's go. Towards. We can close this to make it a bit easier. I mean, all we need to do is sort of get something up to here, and then we're good. Just clear it away from this trapdoor a bit more. Again, once you know what you have to do, I think it's pretty simple, but yeah, if you don't know what you have to do, then yeah, you're gonna have problems. That's probably enough. So now we just need to make a little passage through. Now, so at the moment, this guy's too close on this side. So we just need to make this passage a bit, the left part a bit shorter. Sort of only need to be in. Yeah. Let's get to the right column. And we're done. Pushing things about. So it's slightly more interesting in that our brain obstacle is now Gentry chain, and we've got some mirrors to help position it properly. So we do have to unwind you a little bit. Get to the mirrors. brain, so it's a little easier to wrangle. Go around this way. Ooh. The other problem is, like, there is no way to tell if this is right. Like, how far do you need to be? Because all this is sort of indicating is which one is longer at the current moment. So at the moment, I'm too far this way, so sort of this needs to be lower down. So we're just going to undo. I feel like there was a better way of doing this. Actually, maybe just further. Okay, that looks like the right distance. Yeah. Okay, so we just need to block you off a bit. With a couple of mirrors. Yeah, I mean, knowing exactly where to do this is the tricky part. I mean, one thought I had was that some sort of concentric squares, sort of to indicate sort of 5 steps from this point. And here, so you have like red squares on this side and green squares on this side, just using alternative floor, which might make it easier to count. Anyway, secret room down here. Terrible secret room. And we've replaced the mirrors with stalwarts and wraithwings, which are the most terrible of elements, especially with a brain. If I do that, okay, so you do need to get the gel baby alive just because the brain is there, so that needs to be pressed down. Can we press it down? Wraithwings are there, so also this Gentron needs to be over here. Okay. So, yes, there was a comment made in the chat about using a Gentry to wrap around stalwarts, or soldiers. I forget which. And that could be an interesting thing to do. If the stalwarts are remaining still and you can get them into position. Because the stalwarts won't attack the Gentry. So it's just a matter of sort of leading them far enough away. Keeping the Gentry far enough away from the stalwarts to, so that it stays on you. And then the stalwarts will act as perfectly good sort of posts to wrap the chain around. If the Gentry is grained, that's even better, because the Gentry won't go for the stalwarts. It will run over the stalwarts if they happen to be in the brain path, but the brain is going to favour attacking you Gentry, I'll do what the brain says. So, this room is, oh god, this room is pretty terrible. Because Wraithwings act really weird around, no, brained Wraithwings act really weird around stalwarts and soldiers. Because they will use, yeah, their fleeing attacking thing will be based on their nearest target, which we can't actually see what it is. Well, they use the brain path map, which is to go through. So it's all really weird. They'll like flee from a stalwart, but they might go straight into him. So what's this one doing? This one is, okay, this one is attack. He wants to attack this guy because second Wraithwing is on the other side. He's following the brain path map, so he's just running to me. Crazy. Anyway, solving this dream. So what you could do is possibly get the stalwart over to here to act as the wrapping point for the Gentry, but I didn't manage to do that because the other thing stalwarts will also do is, if I actually go down here, you may have seen that already, is this guy will be attracted to a stalwart if it's closer. So you can actually just get a stalwart sort of up in this column around here, and then it's pretty easy. You just need to find a safe spot to be equidistant for the Gel Baby and the room is solved. So it's basically using Wraithwing to lead the stalwart to one of those points. But it's kind of terrible. So I'm going to kill one of the stalwarts, because that is a bit easier. Possibly. And let's see. Now we've got 2 Wraithwings, so might be fine. And now, yes, you're coming to me. Now you're fleeing from... The other thing you could potentially do is use a Wraithwing as a pivot point, but I don't know if you can get the right amount of distance on it. Because it will try and come towards you, so it would have to sort of be trapped itself by the chain. Just terrible. Alright. What are you doing? You're fleeing from the stalwart and me. So what I want... Okay. I think this is the wrong situation to be in. Yeah, I don't want you in there. This is better. Right, I was just sticking. So flee from me, flee, yes. Now I need to get the stalwart free. Actually, really weird Wraithwing fleeing might be working for me here. I wish my sword was a different way around. This is fine. Yeah, you stay in that column. This is all good. Oh no. Okay, we'll work something out. It's fine. Now, which way are you going to go around? Here we go, maybe. That chain's in the wrong spot. Okay, got a plan. Yep. free these guys. Come around that way. Yes, terrible room. No, going the wrong way now. No. Okay. It's a little better. Close. And 2. I guess do go around this way. Might be better though. Gotcha. Okay. I do need to stop you chasing me probably this way. Can I get a good sword position? There we go. That's looking good. Oh wait, now you're unbrained, so I can deal with this. Oh wait, you just go around that tunnel. There we go. Ugh. So yeah, why people didn't like that, I don't know. If people found it. Because you do need to solve the other room first to get to it. Anyway. And there's... Wait, am I actually in... Where am I? Oh no. Oh no, sorry. Yeah, right. Yeah, so there's a dumb story that I don't like. I'm going to remove. Possibly with an explanation of just how the thing will work. Because, yeah, people. I mean, this is hard to parse as it is, and the fact that the gel baby is not sort of constantly doing the right thing or constantly going back and forth. So it takes a few turns to know if it's sort of centered properly. It's hard to work out. Oh, right, yeah. So as you may have noticed, it's way after the voting period is finished. So now there's hub puzzles, except that everything's also changed, so I'm not sure where my thing is at the moment. Oh, wait, what? Restored to a point where I haven't actually done any of the other rooms, so I can't even finish the whole. Oh. So now I'm gonna, yeah, I've got a little bit of time, so I'm gonna try and fix this up. Is it called Bubbly Spirits? It's called Bubbly Spirits. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to copy the entrance room. Actually, no, we're going to copy this room. And try and fix this up. Oh, the other thing is that, yeah, I don't know what it looks like with. So I've got a mod that sort of removes the lightning bolts. And I'm not sure how it looks if you've got all these sort of things going on. Whenever you hit this, it's like down to these ones. And that could be also really annoying. I mean, I was in another hold that had something similar where sort of pressure plates or orbs were being erected that were being hit at every single turn. And if you remove them, the whole room looks so much nicer. Alright, so I did have some ideas of how to improve this, which was basically to have two tar babies, two gel babies, actually 3 gel babies really. Alright, let's get rid of some of this stuff. What's this? So the idea was we have 2 gel babies, one of which sort of will head this way. So the center is around about here. Try and get the start of it going first. Now we want shallow water. Now, the point was that these 2, this one will go here if this is shorter, and this one will go here if this is shorter. So the idea is there'll be a definite indication when you've gone too far in one direction. But we do need to sort of fix up the distances properly. Oops. So the reason why it's so complicated is that when you've moved, after you move, yeah, the distances all change. So originally I was thinking, okay, I have a big long strip all the way along, and there's this gel baby, and it will go to one end if it's sort of shorter this way, and then it will go to the other end if it's shorter the other way. But the problem is, if it's once it's over here, you've got the problem that now it's over here. So this way is going to be much shorter. So you're going to stick over here unless you go all the way over here. Once you get to a point where it's all the way over here, then it's going to go this way, and you can't get back here. By the time you get back to the middle, it's going to be still a little bit over this way. So it's going to go from side to side and never stop, which isn't ideal. Let's see if this will work. So that's good. That's good. So the thing is, yeah, I want you to be moving off once I get out of this range. I mean, it's not that bad. It's like, it is, so this is slightly more linear. So you've got a sort of a four viable squares instead of 2, which is probably fine. Makes all the other rooms a little bit easier. I mean, I would like to have just 2, but yeah, the issue is this guy's over here. Can I do something funky? So let's just try. I do want to try and keep the aesthetics up a little bit, but I guess we may have to lose something. Huh? So that actually looks pretty good. That's working well how I want it to work. And I think it's a bit clearer. Hang on. Is that what I want? Actually, I wanted them both to be in the water. Actually, no, this isn't what I want. I want when you're in the middle to be in the water. Then they're both off the buttons, which will activate these or do something else. And then once the brain is dead, they're in the water. You can kill them by pressing, stepping on the tokens. So I guess the other thing to do is, if you are on a pressure plate, you want to make this path 1 square longer, which we can do. I might just make this a bit wider, which is fine. Okay. Yeah, although, no, I've got arrows to fiddle with. Shallow water. the other thing I haven't considered is I forget how gel babies act when the distance is exactly the same. Let's just try a few things. I care about the horizontal one. So you prefer west over east. So is that going to make a difference? Could do. Right. Just going to play around a little bit more. The other thing I could also do is have this bit separate and then still have sort of a thing like this where the directions are controlled by the pressure plates of the other two babies. So if one of the buttons is pressed, I think you need both buttons unpressed and then to sort of close off exits on these sides so that it'll go to the middle. Does use up a lot of real estate though. Alright. Get rid of this stuff. Let's put that checkpoint back. That's another checkpoint. Oh, and I've got, okay. Ginger I copy weirdly. Yeah, it's not good. Arrows down. I think I need to think about pathing. I need to count some numbers. So let's just think about this guy. When I'm here, which is, let's just add some floor in. Actually, let's just see how things look if I add in different floor types. Trouble with the floor types is it is hard to swap between floor type and normal floor. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we're going to run into problems with 5 width because they're going to overlap. I'd sort of like to be staggered so that yeah, if I do it from that way. Although actually no, it doesn't matter if they're staggered. That actually might be okay. Then I only need sort of one set. Yeah. Maybe it looks okay. It's gonna look removing crumbly walls is always weird. That might be okay. Doesn't work on trapdoors, of course. I could also do it with lighting. Yeah, I'll have a play around with it. Alright, anyway, counting. So at the moment, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, that's the same distance, which isn't ideal because I want you to have a choice between this path and this path. So actually, if the arrow is off in here, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if this way's shorter, you'll definitely go this way. I'm going to write things down. Actually, yeah, I don't think this is going to be good video content. But yeah, basically what I'm going to do is sort of work out distance to here for each of them under the different situations. So I want the border to be here. When I cross over this line, you need to swap places. Cross over this line, you need to swap places. Or I could just do the full thing I had working before. If it was working, I'm actually not sure now. If they were both going onto the plates instead of into the water, then that's no good. I should have made a copy of the room. Copy. And let's copy. What did I have? I'm gonna have to watch back. I guess that's handy. Anyway, that was my entry. I am sorry. I will not see you next time because there won't be a next time. But I'm going to continue making improvements to this, so you may want to play it. Maybe. In the compilation, hold. Goodbye.